Hello everybody, Inter back again with another video, the second video for today, guys. And the second video of today will be my friends, my tennis friends all around the world, about the 9th Masters that is just around the corner in Paris, Bercy, like it is also called, who starts tomorrow, the 9th Master of the 2019. It is not easy to predict this Masters, my friends. I have done eight preview prediction about Masters earlier this year, and I don't think that I've been right many times, if I've been right at all in any of them. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do a preview about the Paris Masters 1000, the 9th Master of the year, who starts tomorrow. Which are my favorites? Which are my dark horses? What do I believe will happen? Who do I believe will win? And things like that. And I'm pretty confident that I will be wrong 70, 80%, maybe even 90%. But I'm gonna do a preview, even though that I'm not super confident that I will be many right, because like I have not been in the earliest Masters this season. Like we know, my friends, the 8 Masters that they've played, we have only 2 players who has won the Masters twice this year, and it is Medvedev, who won Cincinnati and won Shanghai 2 times, two Masters this year, and Rafael Nadal also is a double champion Masters this season, 2019, who won in Rome and in Rogers Cup, Canada. So 4 tournaments has been one of 2 players, and the other 4 tournaments are different champions. It is Fabio Fognini, Dominic Thiem, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic. Let's see who will win this 9th Master of the year. Well, I'm gonna start like I usually do with my top 5 favorite list. The number 5 place is the least likely to win it, and number 1 place is the most likely to win it. And I will have a couple of dark horses as well in the end of the video. So let's start this, my friends. On my number 5 place, I will have Alexander Zverev. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, not Zverev. My bad. I will have Stefanos Tsitsipas. No Zverev. No, I will have Stefanos Tsitsipas, who has been looking really good the last couple of weeks. He did a great swing in Japan. He played great in Basel and gave Federer a run for his money, even though that Federer won in straight sets. But Stefanos really impressed me. He really looked good. He was serving good. He was hitting his spots. He was saving a lot of break points against Roger Federer. He was hitting his forehand superb. The problem with Stefanos Tsitsipas is his backhand. Stefanos Tsitsipas reminds me a little about a young Roger Federer when Roger was 20, 21 years old, like Stefanos is. Stefanos is, I believe, 21 years old. And he needs to improve his backhand, Stefanos Tsitsipas, because his backhand is solid. In my opinion, Stefanos Tsitsipas' backhand is better than Roger Federer's backhand when Roger was in Stefanos' age. Because when Roger was 21 years old, his backhand was pretty horrible. I remember back in the days, he could barely hit 2 backhands in a row, and the unforced errors will come. So Roger's backhand, of course, improved throughout his career, and Stefanos' backhand will also prove throughout his career. His backhand is solid. It is not that it is horrible. It is not horrible, but he doesn't hurt his opponents with that shot. He doesn't do it doesn't do a lot of damage with that shot. And if you penetrate Stefanos' backhand, which Roger actually did quite good yesterday in the semifinals in Basel, you will sooner or later squeeze a lot of unforced errors from that shot. Stefanos' forehand is much more solid, much more better. It penetrates much better on the court. He does much more winners with that shot. And Stefanos' forehand will always be his big arsenal shot in his game, together with his serve, of course. So that is Stefanos' issue. He has to improve that backhand, because on this level you cannot have any weaknesses, because if you have, all the players will attack that side. They will strike that side. They will kill that side just to get free points and just to squeeze unforced errors from Stefanos, like they do with Roger Federer, like they have done with Roger Federer in almost 20 years now. So, but anyway, I will have Stefanos on my number 5th place on my top 5 favorite list in Paris Masters. I think he can do some damage. I really believe that. I've liked his game the last couple of weeks. He was good in Beijing, he was good in Shanghai, and he was good in Basel. All right, we continue, my friends. On my number 4th place, I have Dominic Thiem. Yes, Dominic Thiem is on my number 4th place. He just recently won his 5th tournament in Vienna in his home country. He's defeated Diego Schwartzman there in the final in 3 sets. And Dominic Thiem's tennis season 2019 has been his most impressive season. Not that he has not won tournaments before. He has won tournaments in 2018, 17, 16 and so on before, but he has never won. I can be wrong here, but I believe that he has not won this much of a tournament like he has done this year. He just most recently earlier today won his 5th tournament for the season in Vienna, like I said. He is the player who has won most tournaments in the entire season. We have a couple of players who has won 4, and one of them is Medvedev, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. Dominic Thiem beats all of them. He has won 5 tournaments. Yeah, I know. Djokovic and Nadal, they have won Grand Slams, and Dominic Thiem has not won Grand Slams. So, of course, I get that. But anyway, it is still a pretty good performance from Dominic Thiem to win 5 tournaments so far in the season. And even though that indoors is not his best surface, and the conditions are pretty fast for his long swings, I think he can do some damage in Paris. I would not be surprised if he gets knocked out in the 2nd round. You know, guys, it is not easy to predict these Masters. Everybody can beat basically everybody. They really can do. Because the margins are not that crazy big. 1 point and here and 1 point there can decide the winner and the loser. So, but my feeling is that Dominic Thiem, he comes with the confidence from winning Vienna, and this year has been his most solid and his most consistent year throughout his career. In my opinion, I don't believe that he has done a more solid and a more consistent year than this year. This year is also the year that he has won his first ever Master 1000 title, which he did in Indian Wells earlier this year. So, Dominic Thiem, he is on my 4th place. By the way, I will have a top 6 list. I just need to have 6 players in this last Master 1000 title. Master 1000 event. Because I just reminded myself that I have 6 players that I want to put on this list. Stefano Tsitsipas is on my 6th place. Dominic Thiem is on my number. Stefano Tsitsipas is on my 6th place. Dominic Thiem is on my number 5th place. On my number 5th place. On my number 4th place, I will have a Rafael Nadal. Yeah, my friends, maybe some of you are surprised here, but Rafael Nadal has never won this tournament. This Master 1000 tournament, it is only one of 2 tournaments, Master 1000s, that Rafa has never won. The other one is Miami, and this is the second one, Paris Masters. Rafa has not played a competitive tennis match since that US Open final against Daniil Medvedev last month, the beginning of September. Yeah, he played in Laver Cup, I know that, but that is an exhibition tournament, and Rafa Nadal, of course, he can win the tournament. I would not be surprised if he won the tournament. Of course, I would not be surprised. But I don't feel I don't have him higher than on my number 4th place because indoors is pretty fast. Indoors he cannot defend like he can do outdoors. Indoors it is not any windy conditions. Rafael Nadal is, in my opinion, the best windy condition, the best wind player in the entire world. He's better than Federer. He's better than Djokovic. So he will not have so much advantage indoors like he has outdoors. Rafael Nadal is so much better outdoor player than indoor player. Not that he is not a good indoor player, but he is much better than an outdoor player. That is one of the reasons why Rafael Nadal has never won the ATP Tour finals, because the tournament is played indoors. And I don't believe that Rafa will win Paris Masters, to be quite honest. He has not, he's, like I said, he has not competed in, I don't know how many weeks it is now, 5, 6, 7 weeks since that US Open final. And I don't have him higher than on my number 4th place, to be quite honest with you, my tennis friends. He can make it to a semi-final, I believe. But then he can make it, absolutely. But I don't think he will go longer than a semi-final. So Rafa is on my number 4th place. On my number 3rd place, I have Novak Djokovic. I don't have Novak Djokovic higher than this. Novak is good. Novak is the world number 1. He is the player who has won this tournament most times. 4 times, record. No one has won this tournament more than Novak Djokovic. But I just feel that he can win it. If he won it, I would not be surprised. He has won 34,000 master titles. He's just one behind Rafael Nadal, who has won records most times of all players, 35. He's the runner-up. He was the runner-up last year, lost to Kashanov. But I just don't feel that Novak Djokovic, I don't know how to put this. He's not playing bad. He didn't play bad in Shanghai. I saw his match against Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas played really great. He did a great match against Djokovic. And Djokovic won the first set. But Tsitsipas, he just turned that around with great, solid attacking tennis. And but again, I believe that Djokovic can make it to a semi-final. He can lose even earlier than that. I will not be surprised if he lost earlier than that. But I believe he can make it to a semi-final. But I don't think he will go deeper than that. That is my feeling. Maybe I will be wrong. Who knows? Like I said, I've been wrong so many times on this year, on this Master Thousands previews. So, but I don't have Djokovic higher than on number 3rd place on my list. On my number 2nd place, this has been a little tough for me, to be quite honest. This has been a little tough. It is 2 players that has been on top of my head, which I will have on number 1, which I will have number 2. On the place where I will have on number 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I've been pretty decided in my mind. But on my 1st and 2nd place, I've been thinking back and forth. But after seeing Roger Federer's masterclass performance in Barca, I know that Roger Federer is not the most consistent tennis player in the world anymore with 38 years old. I know that Roger Federer is not the most clutch player in the world anymore. I know that Roger Federer has that horrible level like Nadal, for example, doesn't have. Djokovic has horrible level as well. But what I saw about Roger Federer in Barca, I was so impressed. And if he can keep up this level in Paris and play that kind of ultra-aggressive first-strike tennis in Paris, and it is indoor, it suits Roger Federer's game. No wind. Roger is not the greatest tennis player on windy conditions either, together with Djokovic. Fast conditions. He will be rewarded with his first-strike tennis. If he can hit that backhand as good in Paris as he did Basel. If he can return as good in Paris as he did in Basel, he can do some big damage in Paris. So I will put Daniil Medvedev on my number, second place. Daniil Medvedev is probably the hottest tennis player in the world at the moment. He has 6 straight finals. He has won 4 tournaments this year. He has played 9 finals this year. He has played most finals than any tennis player in the world. The second player to play most finals this year is actually Roger Federer. He has played 6 finals, Roger Federer. And Daniil Medvedev has played 9 finals. So I believe that Medvedev will make it to the 7th final here in Paris. That is my feeling. Maybe somebody will beat him in the quarters or in the semis. Who knows? But my feeling is that Daniil Medvedev, he's in that kind of streak. He's so confident that he's on the roll at the moment. So I don't think that somebody will take him out before that final. So I have Daniil Medvedev on my number 2nd place on this favorite list, actually, and Roger Federer on my number 1st place. So the quarterfinals matches that I think we will see in Paris, we start from the top section of the draw, which is of course Novak Djokovic, who is the 1st seed, and Rafael Nadal is the 2nd seed. I think we will have a quarterfinal match between Djokovic and Tsitsipas, a similar match what we had in Shanghai. But my feeling is that Djokovic will take Tsitsipas this time. Djokovic was not bad in Shanghai either. He really was good, but Tsitsipas was a crazy high level. Tsitsipas even played a better... We all saw the match with Tsitsipas and Federer in Basel yesterday. Tsitsipas played even better against Djokovic in Shanghai, in my opinion. So it was not the thing that turned Djokovic down in that Tsitsipas match in Shanghai was his forehand. And that is the thing with Djokovic. When Djokovic's level goes down, it is often his forehand who lets him down, not his backhand. His backhand has always been his most solid shot. Novak does more winners with his forehand, even though that we don't think about that too much, but Novak actually does more winners with his forehand than he does with his backhand. But on the upper side as well, Novak, when his game breaks down, it is his forehand who breaks down and not his backhand. Novak will do more emphasize with his forehand than with his backhand. His backhand has always been his most solid shot. But I think that the head-to-head between Novak and Tsitsipas is actually 2-1 to Tsitsipas. So Tsitsipas had defeated Novak now 2 times and Djokovic only 1 time. He did it earlier this year in Madrid in the final when Novak was superb actually in that Madrid tournament earlier this year, when he won that tournament without dropping 1 single set. And that is Novak's only Master 1000 title this year, actually. But I think that Novak will take Tsitsipas this time in the quarterfinal. That is my feeling. Maybe Tsitsipas will beat Novak Djokovic for the 3rd time. Who knows? I would not be surprised. Anyone can win that battle. But I will give my slight edge to Djokovic. I think Djokovic will take Tsitsipas this time. That is my feeling. Maybe I will be wrong. Who knows? So I think the first quarterfinal between Djokovic and Tsitsipas, it will be Djokovic who wins. The second quarterfinal will be between Medvedev and Thiem. I think Medvedev will win that quarterfinal. The head-to-head is 2-1 to Thiem, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But Medvedev is a total different beast nowadays. Last time Thiem defeated Medvedev was in Barcelona on clay, and Medvedev was not that good 4, 5, 6 months ago like he has been the last 3 months. So I think that Medvedev will take down Thiem in the quarterfinals. Then we will have another repeat of the Shanghai quarterfinal match between Federer and Zverev, and I think Federer will take Zverev this time. That is my feeling. If Zverev gets to that quarterfinal to begin with, you never know. So I think that how Federer has looked on Basel, if Federer just keeps that level in Shanghai, in Paris, Zverev will not have a chance against Federer. He will have a chance because the head-to-head is 4-3 to Zverev after all. But I think that if Federer was horrible in Shanghai, he really was, and he took 1 set from Zverev, even with that horrible level. So I think that Federer will take revenge this time against Zverev. And the fourth And last quarterfinal will be between Nadal and Berrettini, and I think Nadal will defeat Berrettini. They have faced each other only one time, and that was in US Open, and Nadal, of course, won that match in the semi-final. So, and the semi-final matches will be between Djokovic and Medvedev. The head-to-head here is 3-2 to Djokovic, but here again, Medvedev is in a total different beast now, and last time Djokovic defeated Medvedev was in Australian Open 10 months ago, or in Melbourne, 9-10 months ago. So I think that Medvedev will defeat Novak Djokovic in the semi-final. And the other semi-final, I think, will be between Federer and Nadal. I think Federer will defeat Rafael Nadal in the semi-final. Rafael Nadal has not defeated Federer in 5 years' time outside clay, since 2014. And Federer is not scared from Rafael Nadal. Federer is scared from Djokovic, not from Nadal. Roger Federer has figured Rafael Nadal out of the last 5 years, at least outside clay. I'm not saying that Rafa doesn't have a chance. It is Rafael Nadal we're talking about, for God's sakes. But my favorite in that matchup is Roger Federer. And I think we will have a final between Roger Federer and Daniil Medvedev. And the head-to-head between Roger Federer and Daniil Medvedev is 3-0 to Roger Federer. I know Medvedev has never defeated Roger Federer, but he will do it sooner or later. And Medvedev is a totally different beast now than he was 6 months ago when they last faced each other in Miami, Federer and Medvedev, and the tournament that Federer won, the only Master 1000 tournament that Federer has won this year. And I think that Federer will defeat Daniil Medvedev in the final in Paris. That is my feeling. I think he will defeat it, because Federer, at least if Federer plays like he did in Basel, that is the thing here. Federer has to play like he did in Basel, with ultra first strike tennis play, with low unforced errors, with high winners, with great serving, with great. Not that Federer did a lot of services in Basel. He did not crazy high numbers of services in Basel, but he found his spots. That is the thing with Federer. When he finds the spot with his serving, it is not easy to break Federer. So that is my preview. My top 6 players is on my number 6 place. It is Stefanos Tsitsipas. On my number 5th place is Dominic Thiem. On my number 4th place is Rafael Nadal. On my 3rd place is Novak Djokovic. On my number 2nd place is Daniil Medvedev. And on my number 1st place is Roger Federer. Like I said, this is my preview. I am totally confident that I will be wrong in many of these predictions, but this is how I feel. This is what I think will happen. And let's see who will win this 9th Master 1000 tournament of the year, the last Master 1000 tournament of the 2019 season. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.